Okay, so thank you all for coming on tonight. My name is Rebecca Pavey, and I am thrilled to have you guys on here. I've actually never been to Wisconsin. It's someplace I've always wanted to go, so I'm thinking maybe there will be an opportunity to do that in the near future. I still want to go to Washington too, so I just have to make that happen. So tonight we're going to be talking about Plexus because I know that Mahrian's been, and Lacey, and I don't know who all has guests on here. So I know we have some guests that you guys have been hearing about this Plexus thing that Mahrian and Kyla and Lacey and Alex have been talking to you guys about. And so we're going to try to answer your questions. I'm going to try to do it in a timely manner so you're not here all night long. But my hope is by the end of this call that you'll just get your questions answered and that you will be inspired by hearing about these amazing products that are truly changing lives. And also we're going to hear some stories, some testimonies, just shortened versions of what Plexus has done for us. And it truly has been a blessing in my life. I feel like it's just been a gift for my health and also for my family's finances too. And I'll share a little bit about that story. But the first thing I'll talk about is our products, because I know some of you are wondering about that. And I don't know if you've tasted the pink drink yet or not, but you should know that I started Plexus without even tasting the drink. I watched my friend talk about Plexus on Facebook, kind of like Mahrian and you guys, Kyla, have been doing. And I was curious, and I watched for way too long, like about 10 months. And I wish I would have started sooner because it totally changed my life. So the Plexus Slim, that's our flagship product, comes in a little packet, kind of like a little Crystal Light packet. We have 30 of them in this bag. The pink drink, we like to call it, super easy. You just get a bottle of water and drink out a little bit of that water and then dump your powder into the water and then you just shake it up really good. And it tastes delicious. It's not got any artificial dyes or chemicals or food coloring. All natural, plant-based. It's red or pinkish color because it's with the beet root. I don't like beets to eat, but the stuff tastes great, sweetened with stevia. So it's all natural, no artificial sugars. And what it does is it actually was created to help with blood sugar issues, help regulate blood sugar. So originally, they did it for type 2 or pre-diabetics, and what they found is that it actually really does help with blood sugar, keeping your blood sugar stable, but also there are lots of other benefits to it as well. Helps with inflammation, helps with appetite control. It actually helps change your cravings to healthy. For me, on the 4th day of the pink drink, I didn't want Diet Coke anymore, which is a huge thing because I drank it since I was a teenager, which is a really long time ago. And I was never, ever going to quit. But this helped me quit that. This helped me start eating better and being more conscious of wanting to eat healthy because I just like salad sounded good again and vegetables and fruit and, just good for me stuff instead of bread and cereal and junk that I was eating before. So that's our pink drink. Also has been known to help with lipid levels, just a whole host of energy, natural, sustainable energy all day long because it's helping your blood sugar. So it's not having those spikes and crashes. It has just a trace of caffeine, hardly any caffeine in it at all. So it's not going to make you have jitters. It's not going to give you a crash afterwards. Ideally, you drink that drink first thing in the morning and it just helps you all day long. So not a meal replacement either. The next product that I'm going to talk to you guys about is our ProBio 5. It's a probiotic, but it's really a special probiotic. It's more than just a probiotic. There's tons of probiotics out there, that you can buy at Costco or at the grocery store, and everyone always wonders, which one should I get? Well, what's amazing about ours is that it is truly unique. It has special enzymes in it that target and break down the hard yeast overgrowth in your gut. If you don't know anything about gut health, you can Google gut health and find out all kinds of information on how poor gut health is the reason why people have so many diseases, autoimmune diseases, health issues. And once you can get the gut healthy again, then you're going to feel better, have less health issues. It's just a great, great thing to have. The doctors, medical community everywhere is recommending probiotics. And again, what makes ours special is it does have those special enzymes that break down the hard yeast overgrowth in your gut. Everyone's born with a little bit of yeast. Over time, just with our foods and our environment, antibiotic usage, all those things can cause an overgrowth in the gut. So our probiotic goes in, takes out the bad bacteria, but replaces it with the good, because antibiotics strip our body of all the good. So if you're a person that's been on antibiotics a lot, you probably have poor gut health, and this product will be amazing for you. The other thing that it has that's unique is that it is an antifungal. That's one of my favorite things about it, because people that have allergies or sinus issues, nose issues, going to the doctor for that. My husband was that way. He went 3 to 5 times a year to have his doctor look at his nose and put him on antibiotics. And I love to tell people that I kind of knock on wood and stuff, because I kind of can't believe it. Like, it's been 2 years now. He has not had to go to the doctor and get on his antibiotics for that little nose issue that he always had every year. So incredible product. Highly recommend our probiotic. And the other product that we really love to add on, we have about 16 products, by the way, and I am not going over all of them. Just going to do the basic favorite 4 that we really love and recommend to just about everybody. But so along with the probiotic, we also love the BioCleanse. And BioCleanse and then the pink drink in this together is called, let me pull it up, the Triplex. So those 3 things, that's the Triplex combo. That's what I started with. That's what my husband started with. That's what we love. The BioCleanse. So people get scared. I don't know if I have it. I do have it. Oh, how fun. Hang on. Okay. Everyone thinks of this when I say the word cleanse. I found my poop pillow. What's up on top of my desk? I forgot about it. I'm like, oh, yay, it's within reach. I can grab it. So everyone thinks about poop when we say cleanse. They think they're going to be running to the bathroom. It's going to be horrific. But honestly, it's not that at all. The BioCleanse is a gentle cleanse. And the reason that you need a cleanse is because, for one, a lot of people have this issue of being constipated. They don't go for days, or even I've talked to people that didn't go for weeks. And they take our products, those 3 things with our BioCleanse, and all of a sudden I get text messages that I'm regular again. And it's amazing. And so, I mean, even little kids that have that issue. So our cleanse is great, but here's the good news. It's not just for people that are constipated. If you're like, oh no, I go to the bathroom way too much and it's not any fun, and I run to the bathroom in Target. I used to be that person. All of a sudden, because this, again, is working on your gut health, and you can, adjust how much cleanse and probiotic you need according to your body, but it makes going to the bathroom pleasant again. So if you're the other way, you're going too much, it's going to make it more pleasant and calm down first. And then the other way, if you're just constipated all the time and it's horrible, then it's going to help with that too. So our cleanse, BioCleanse, it does have magnesium in it, which oxygenates your cells, which just means healthy, right? Disease and horrible things can't live in an oxygenated, we can never say that word, cells. So it's just an overall wonderful health system to have those 3 products together. Because if you think about it, if you're not properly eliminating the yeast overgrowth and the toxins in your body, then your body's going to react. A lot of times people react with acne or migraine, but bad headaches. Trying to be compliant, but so that's one of the great benefits. I can tell you that my husband, I told you about, his nose issues. He also had another little issue where they would check his arm, wrap it around his arm. And once a year, like at the doctor, and he was on medication for that. Once he started on those 3 products, the probiotic, the cleanse, and the pink drink, he no longer has that issue. He has healthy blood pressure levels. And so it's incredible, the health system that we have with Triplex. I am going to share one other product that we really love too, and it's called the X Factor Vitamin. It comes in a green bottle, and the reason it's green is because it is unlike most multivitamins. It's very unique in that it has aloe vera in it. It's a patented blend of aloe vera, the plant. And if you think about aloe vera, you know that when we have a burn or an irritation, we put the aloe vera plant on it, right? Because it soothes it and it heals it. And so when you think about aloe vera going into your intestinal tract, it's soothing and it's bringing healing properties to your body. And so the cool thing about our vitamin is that no one else has aloe vera in their multivitamin. That's a unique thing to Plexus. And so we see that with aloe vera, there's been research that says that your body is going to absorb the nutrients 300 to 400% more than a multivitamin that doesn't have aloe vera. And the way we know that it's working is, if you take multivitamins, usually there's a bright yellow pea. So, you remember you took your vitamin because you see the bright yellow PP. And with ours, there's no bright yellow PP because it's all helping your body absorb the nutrients like it should. So great results with the vitamin. It helps with energy. It's been known to grow out your nails and your hair, which is great for the girls. I'm not sure if guys like that, but the girls love that part. And it's just a really great energy thing. Like, it's the first vitamin I've ever taken that I can tell a difference. If I miss a day, I just don't have as much energy. So, and it's great to take that multivitamin with your pink drink at the same time, because then it's going to be absorbing the nutrients that much more. Okay, I get to talking fast. I'm sorry. So those are our products. We have other products, like I said, but those are the 4 main ones because they specifically target, the things that people struggle with. Blood sugar, gut health, inflammation, just the key things that people struggle with, digestive issues, those types of things. So does anyone have any questions about the products themselves? You can unmute yourself if you have a question. You don't have to be shy. No? Okay. Well, we're going to talk about just the stories that we've experienced with Plexus. I asked Mahrian to share, and then Andrea can share it. Just give like a couple minutes, just what Plexus has done for you. And then also I'd love for Mandy to share too, because she's young like the rest of you girls. Stephanie and I were like, I think Mandy can share. So, okay, Mahrian, do you want to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
I'll try to keep it 3 to 5 minutes. It's really hard for me to do with any story, so I'll try. So yeah, I have been on the Triflex for over a year now. I watched Andrea for a long time post things on Facebook about Plexus, and I signed up in February last year, I believe, as an ambassador because I wanted to get the wholesale price, so that's why I signed. I didn't have any intention to do the business, but I was interested in how I could get my product paid for. So I had taken the Plexus Slim a couple months before that, and I really liked it, but I wanted to add the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5 to it. So I started that in February, and I started sharing on Facebook right away. Just posts. I'd see Andrea, and I'd repost it. And I got a couple customers, and then later on Lacey. But it wasn't really until August that I started really reaching out and kind of working the business more. So that was August, and I went silver in September. And now I have a team of so far 13, which you guys are all doing so awesome. So thanks to Andrea and Stephanie and Rebecca and Christine. So what's so crazy about this is just a little history for you guys. I should say history. I watch Dina's Kids. That's what I do right now for a job. And she's on here tonight. And her and Kyla are sisters. If you guys can't tell, they look a lot alike. And I watched her kids since Josh and I have gotten married, and we've been married almost 4 years. So I didn't know I'd still be watching them this meant how many years later. But I was praying a lot about a job, and I'm like, Dina's always talking about maybe I'll start this year staying home with the kids. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't go to college. I got married right out of high school, and I'm like, God, what do you have for me? And I've been praying for a job for a long time, and this is as I'm an ambassador. And I'm like, God just one day was like, hello, Mahrian, just, do something with this. This is blessing you. Share it with others, and you can make income, and wake up. So that's a little bit of testimony about my business side. As far as what the Triplex and Plexus in general has done for me, and I'll try not to cry. Oh my goodness. So when I first started, I obviously wanted to lose weight. That's something I've always struggled with. I think that's what I told Andrea at first. And there were a lot of things that I noticed right away, like I was sleeping better and I had more energy. I didn't take naps during the day. I wouldn't fall asleep when the kids would fall asleep. That was really awesome. But a couple of things that I was dealing with that I want to share with you guys tonight. I didn't tell a whole lot of people about then, but I have no problem sharing them now. The first thing I was dealing with is I was really dealing with depression. I didn't like going to the doctor. I didn't like sharing that with people. I wasn't prescribed for it, but I just would feel down all the time. And I would see these testimonies of people who dealt with depression and how this helped them. And I was like, wow, if that could help me, that'd be great, you know? So that was one thing I was dealing with. And then the other thing, since we're all girls here, I have never had a regular ant flow, ever. I got my period at a young age of 13, and it has never been regular. And I remember my mom kind of worried about it. Like growing up, she'd ask me like, are you keeping track of it? You know, like, because I would miss months. I would sometimes get like twice in a month. It was never heavy, and it was just, she'd always ask me questions, and I never worried about it until I got married. And the reason why I started worrying about it is Josh and I decided we did not want to go on birth control, that we just wanted to trust God with when he was going to give us a baby. And so I think it was less than a year, we decided to just get off birth control, trust Jesus with it. And it's been almost 3.5 years and no baby. And so other friends around me were getting pregnant, and I'd have people asking me, when are you going to have kids, you know? Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Anyway, so I never went to the doctor for it because I didn't want them to approve that or say something like, yeah, you can't have kids. I didn't want to hear that. But I just prayed about it. And I saw a testimony of someone who dealt with infertility, who got pregnant after like so many years after being on the triplex. And I didn't get my hopes up, but I secretly gave it to God, and I said, you know, there's many reasons why I could be on this, but I really just want to give this to you and ask you to just help me with this in this area. And anyway, so what did I say? My husband left for basic training this summer for 3.5 months. That was a true test for me. I was wondering if that would be a downtime for me, if I would get down with him gone for so long. And I didn't deal with any depression that whole time he was gone. It was really awesome, and I was like, wow, this is great. And then starting in July, I started getting regular periods again, and I have ever since. So the really exciting part is I just recently found out when I'm ovulating, which is another great thing because I was never sure when. I'd always try to figure it out, take tests, and I could never figure it out. And just after Christmas, Josh and I found out that we are expecting.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I don't know what it was in my body that wasn't balanced, wasn't normal, but I'm just thankful.
Praise the Lord. That is so exciting.
So yeah, that's my testimony.
When did you find out you're pregnant? And what did you do?
I'm sorry, you're all talking at once. I can't hear you.
I'm not surprised, Mariah.
Oh, I know. I know most of you guys know. I just. So.
Oh.
We found out I found out the day before New Year's Eve, so I got to tell Josh New Year's Eve, or I should say New Year's Day, right at midnight. So that was really fun. So we haven't told everybody yet, but soon it'll be a Facebook post. You guys can wait for it.
So exciting. Like, you don't even need
Yeah.
We got the best one just now.
Oh, no, they're all good.
Oh, so exciting. I'm so happy for you, Mahrian. So when's the baby due then?
I went to my appointment, I think September. I'm not sure when exactly, but.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so who wants to go next sharing their story? Does Mandy want to go or Andrea?
I will go, but there is no way I can like do anything as good as Mahrian's just was. So, so my Plexus testimony started about 22 months ago. After my mom started Plexus, and she was looking at all these testimonies and talking about, you know, what she was learning about gut health and just health in general after starting Plexus. And I was, I think I'm just going to go uncompliant here because we've already talked about other things. So, yeah, so I had had really bad sinus infections for a long time. I had been sick forever, and I would get a head cold and then a sinus infection like every 6 to 8 weeks. It was like clockwork. It was awful. And so I'd be on antibiotics every month, trying to get rid of the infection that would just never go away. And so when she was reading about it, I was like, oh, that'd be really cool, you know, if I could stop being sick all the time. And the more that I read about gut health and learned about gut health, so if you haven't Googled it yet, do it now. It's important. Write it down. The more that I learned about it, the more I realized that like all my other health issues were connected to the gut and connected to the antibiotics that I had been taking, because the antibiotics were ruining the lining of my gut. And so I had leaky gut syndrome, and it's all of the nasty food that should be being processed correctly wasn't processed correctly. So yeah, going super uncompliant. I had cystic acne that was just awful. So bad. I worked at the YMCA, and we had these like awful, like weird collared jackets, and they would touch my face and just make it bleed. Like it was miserable. And yeah, so there's that. And then because of my gut being so affected, I had really bad anxiety, social anxiety, and just all the time. I felt like I was panicking all the time. It was awful. And I was in the middle of school, and just having moved from Arizona to Seattle and trying to figure out life. And so that wasn't really a great time. And so I was just feeling awful and overweight and tons of stuff. And then so she started Plexus, and I was like, okay, I'll just give it a shot. And I wanted the discount, so I joined as an ambassador, not planning on selling it or talking to anybody else. I didn't tell anybody for 6 months after I started it, but I started taking it, and I haven't had a sinus infection since. It's been 22 months. Praise God. I do not have panic attacks like I used to. I mean, this poor lady would sit there and just be like, it's okay. Like, have we had to do that? It's been great. Yeah. So I really haven't had the anxiety that I used to have. And my cystic acne is gone. And my skin is clear. I feel amazing. And when I get sick, I mean, I'm a teacher, I work with kids all day long. And when I get sick, I can bounce back from it. It's not, you know, sending me to the doctor every time, and I'm not having to get antibiotics and ruin my gut, you know, the way that I was. I used to be a binge eater big time. I get stressed because of anxiety, and then I'd eat, and I'd be just a carbaholic. And actually with the help of Plexus, I've been able to go off of gluten, which has really helped in general. I feel a ton better. I could not have done that before Plexus at all. Like, this has helped curb my cravings and actually give me a craving for good food. Like, I crave salad, and I really enjoy asparagus and things that I always thought were just stupid. So let's be real. I was young, and it wasn't on Plexus. So I think that's pretty much it. I think that, you know, combined with that, I've also been able to meet a lot of amazing people through Plexus, and when I started, I was doing online school to finish getting my teaching certificate, and I had to do 2 full years of student teaching before I taught, which is insane, and no school does this except for the school that I chose. So I know, lucky me. But through that time, you know, I couldn't work outside of teaching, because I was not only teaching full time, but then also taking classes. And God totally blessed me in that I was completely covered financially because of Plexus during that time, and just like absolutely covered. All of the bills that I needed paid were totally paid by what I got paid from, you know, talking to people about Plexus and sharing my story, and and my products were paid for. It was awesome. And so it's just I think overall I feel really blessed to be part of this company, and I like, my health is way different than I ever thought. I thought I'd be unhealthy forever, and it's really nice not to be. So
yay, that's so awesome, Mandy. And your skin is so beautiful. I mean, it's just hard to even picture you with cystic acne and bleeding.
Thank you.
So amazing. You've had such a beautiful transformation.
Oh, it's such a blessing. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Andrea, you want to share yours?
Okay, sure. I'll be really quick.
Okay.
I started because, Rebecca shared with my sister Stephanie, and then Stephanie, of course, shared with me. It's been 22 months, and I was so sick. I'm going to try to stay really compliant, but I'll probably mess up somewhere. I had that cuff thing that Rebecca's husband, did, and my numbers were 175 over 154 when I started. And after 11 months of being on the awesome triplex, and actually the Fab 4 with the X Factor, my numbers consistently run 119 over 76 daily. And I am free of all antibiotics and meds from anything. My blood sugar was out of control. My lipid levels were out of control. And everything is normal. It did take me quite some time because I was so sick. But, of course, they always said when I started, consistency is key. And I have been faithfully consistent. And now the only thing I take is Plexus. So I'm just thrilled. I was able to go silver in 24 hours. Rebecca actually contacted me and asked me if I was doing something wrong, if I knew what I was doing, actually, which was so funny. But I went gold last January, and I'm still gold, soon to be senior gold. But, having these amazing people come on my team has just inspired me to work even harder. And it's so awesome that this summer, after 32 years of being a hairstylist, I'm going to retire and work Plexus full time. I know, I'm so excited. So, God has just exponentially blessed me and my family, health-wise, financially, the friendships that I have made. Who knew? Only God knew. So it's been absolutely incredible. I'm healthier than I've been in 20. Sorry, my dog just came in there. In 20 some odd years, and I sleep like a rock. I haven't slept since my kids were born. So to be able to sleep all night, actually wake up slobbering, it's so ugly, but I'm so excited about it. So I'm just so thankful, happy, healthy, financially. It has been one of the greatest blessings of my entire life. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. Short and quick.
Okay, Stephanie, just share yours really short and quick too, because we got to have yours too.
Short and quick.
Oh, look at
I had the same issue with really high readings at the doctor's office for something, and I needed to lose weight. She suggested 20 pounds would probably bring my numbers down, but because it was consistently high, I had to go on some medication, and I do not like medication. So I went on it reluctantly. And she convinced me at the time to try this diet. And I've never been one for fad diets, but I was scared because I did not want to think, oh, now I'm approaching my 50s and I'm going to be on medication and it's going to get worse and worse. All right, I'll try your diet. It was awful. It was $300 a month, and everything I ate was prepackaged and mixed up and disgusting, no flavor, like a cardboard. It was gross. So I tried that for 2 months. I lost 7 pounds, but I was miserable. And as soon as I stopped, I gained 9. So even worse. And my numbers kept going up. So I watched you, Rebecca, and again, didn't want to do some fad diet. So I started researching it without telling you. You know, I had to make sure. And you found out all this amazing stuff about it, that it really was all natural, that what it can do for you, how to get your gut healthy, and what it can affect, throughout the rest of your body. So I went ahead and gave it a try. It's been 2 years. And when I started, within 30 days, my readings were so much better that she cut my medication in half.
Wow.
And then 2.5 months later, almost 3 months later, she completely took me off the medicine. Yay! So I am not on any medication now, and I'm thrilled to death. I have more energy. The other big issue that I had, that I love Plexus because you actually get to talk about it now, and before, you'd never say anything. I was probably the most constipated child you ever knew. Since I can remember, my mom was giving me stuff to help me go to the bathroom. And when I got married, on our honeymoon, I had to go buy products to help me go to the bathroom. It was miserable having children. And my first week with using BioCleanse, I have not looked back. It's been 2 years next month. And if my system is regular, and that alone, I will tell everyone in case they're going through the same struggle. And I thank Jesus for it, because honestly, it's something you suffer with in silence, but it affects every area of your life. And so I'm off medication, and my system is regular, and I'm feeling great. I'm so thankful for Plexus.
And your funky skin issue went away too, right?
My funky skin issue cleared up too. I had 4 doctors. Well, one doctor did a biopsy of this issue I was having. 3 others looked at it. They all 4 had different diagnoses, and nothing fixed it until Plexus. And business side of it, I'm now senior gold, and the income has helped tremendously. And it's honestly a fun job. Tonight I was at Costco. We were in they were bringing us up, and I get so anxious to talk to people about Plexus, because I think they're just, especially here in Seattle, you guys, they call it the Seattle freeze because people are so rude here, and they're just unfriendly. Oh, it's terrible.
It's bad.
It is. And we're in line.
Go back to Arizona.
Yes, so the cashier was ringing me up, and the other lady was boxing the items, and she said, and she saw these protein bars, and she said, these are interesting. Do you like them? And I said, they're great. They're low in sugar and high in protein. She said, I need that because I have diabetes. And I went, oh, and I got so excited. I think I was sweating. Here's my card. You have to friend me on Facebook. And then I went on about how wonderful it was. And she was really receptive. So I'm hoping and praying that she contacts me. And I'm more excited that it's going to help her than I am that she would help me. So
yeah.
That's the blessing.
Absolutely.
All right. I hope that was quick enough.
It's fine. I just felt like we had to have your story too, because you have such a great story too, Stephanie. For those of you that are just checking this out, that are thinking about Plexus, I mean, when you hear these stories, it's so inspiring and such a blessing, like I said, to be a part of something that has products that are literally changing lives. I mean, life-changing testimonies, and they're all different. That's the awesome thing. It doesn't just do one thing. It's so not just a weight loss thing. Some people will be like, oh, it's slim. It's called slim. It's just diet. That is not what it is. It is balancing your gut, getting you healthy from the inside out. And it is, causing people to be able to reduce medications, come off of medications, ovulate and have a baby. I mean, it is amazing. And the reason why our company is growing and exploding in growth is because of this. Our products are working. And, we wouldn't be growing as a company. We wouldn't be having success if the products didn't work. So I'm going to share my story. And I'm going to try to keep it really short in the interest of time. But I started Plexus 2 years ago in January. It was kind of my New Year's resolution. Oh, we got something. Anyway, I had watched my girlfriend post on Facebook about Plexus, and I watched her for about 10 months, and I finally decided that I wanted what she had. I was overweight. I was tired all the time. I was drinking Diet Coke nonstop. I knew it was bad for me. I'd read all the articles about aspartame and all of that stuff, but I had an addiction. I wanted it all day long. And so when I started the products, I joined, like I think Mandy said, or somebody said, for the cheapest price, for the discount. Again, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 kids. I had always worked part-time as a dental hygienist. My husband was on my case to go back to work to get a full-time job, and that was not my heart. I didn't want to do that. And I would pray that God would just bless him with a raise. But that's not what God had in mind. It turns out that God decided to bless our finances through me with this opportunity with Plexus, because on day 4 of my pink drink, like I said, didn't want the Diet Coke anymore, was craving healthy foods. I didn't need a nap anymore. You guys, I used to wake up tired. I would have to have a nap before I would go pick up my kids from school. At night, I'd be falling asleep, watching TV with my husband. I was constantly tired. I wasn't even saying it all the time. It was driving my husband crazy. And I can honestly say that Plexus has given me that sustainable energy all day long to be a better mom to my kids, and a better mood too. I mean, it really, there's something to be said about, I don't know, a lot of 40-year-old women just have, I know you guys aren't that old, but just, it does. It helps your overall mood. And like Mahrian said, people that have issues with anxiety or depression, it totally, when you get your gut healthy, that's one of the things that is a really nice effect of our products. So I began sharing that Plexus early on in my journey, and I began losing inches. I lost 40 pounds. And my husband, who is a type 1 diabetic, that's why Stephanie gets excited when people tell her they're diabetic, because that's one of the main things it does. It regulates blood sugar. So for him, as a diabetic, he would struggle with wanting to eat right. He knew he should eat right, but he didn't want to eat right. And so when you can take away those cravings for the carbs and the sugars, then you're going to eat better. And that means he needed less insulin. And less insulin for the longevity of his life is a huge thing. He's been able to cut back his insulin 75%. And like I said, he doesn't have that blood pressure issue anymore, sinus infections, all of that. So we're just happier and healthier. And by sharing our journey with people early on, I earned enough to make back the money that I put into buying the products. That was my first check back. I think it was $137 just by sharing it with a few people. So, if you're on here and you're thinking to yourself, well, I'd like to get started with these products, but I just don't know if I can afford it. I want you to know that that was me. That was probably everyone on here. They thought, well, I don't know if I can afford doing this. But if you will share it, if you're open to sharing it with friends and family, it can literally be as big or as small as you want it to be. It just depends on, how much you're going to put into it and how much you want to share it. I probably overshare it. I'm the girl too at Costco telling everybody about it. But it's because I'm passionate, and it's because I know that it's been so incredible for me and my family, and it's been so incredible for other people too. And so after 14 months of sharing Plexus, I ranked up to the point where they call Emerald Ambassador. And at that point, that's the 3rd from the top of the company. So you're a jewel. It goes Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond. And in just 14 months, I ranked up to that. And at that point, Plexus really awards you very nicely. We have a really awesome compensation plan from the get-go. I mean, even as a silver ambassador, the first entry level, you can be earning, $400 to $500 a month. And, most families go to sleep at night worrying about 2 things, their health and their finances. And some would argue they worry more about finances even, and how they're going to pay their next bill. So, and that was us. Like, I prayed for a way to be able to stay home for my kids. And, I did early on, was able to share that opportunity, and people did it with me. And so, early on, it was an answer to prayer to be able to continue to stay home with our kids, because it's blessed me beyond way more than I would have ever imagined. If I would have gone back to work full-time as a dental hygienist, I would have made pretty good money. But now as an Emerald, you're making a 6-figure yearly income. So I'm making double what I ever would have made for my profession that I went to college for. And the blessing of that is that, yes, we're able to contribute. I'm able to contribute to my family more than I ever thought I could. but also just being able to give back and to bless other people and along this journey, and to be able to help other moms or, women that want to be a mom someday and be able to stay home with their babies. That's my mission. That's who I want to help. And so you ladies who are on here are young, and some of you are moms, and some of you want to be moms, and now Mahrian's going to be a mom. And so I'm just so thrilled that, Plexus, I wish I would have had that same opportunity when I was you girls' ages, when you're young and just starting out a family, because what a blessing it is to have that time freedom and be able to be home for your kids. And because this business, you can literally work it from your car. You can work it from the baseball field at their practice, and being able to work from home is just a complete blessing. So I offer that opportunity to you just to say that, and the thing about it too is that I never would have envisioned that for myself, and I don't think any of you on here would have either, that it would have become a business. But when you have, like I said, when you have products that work and that change lives, and you almost feel guilty not sharing it with people. And so it's something that anybody, any age can benefit from. And that's our Plexus. So I hope that I've answered your questions. And if you have more questions, then don't be shy. Ask them on here. We're happy to help answer your questions. All so quiet.
I am curious who joined us. Do we know who Jay is? I don't know if that was when I was talking.
Oh.
I'm sorry. What was the name that you had mentioned?
It says Jay.
Jay, is that one? Is that the one that orders from Lacey usually?
Okay.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Sounds familiar, but I don't know 100%. So.
Well, so yeah, I'll unmute you guys if you have questions. Totally. I guess, the thing about it is so like, we've shared the opportunity with you. You've heard our stories and our testimonies and information about the products. And so, there's the best deal, I guess I should say, is to join Plexus. You can join Plexus for $34.95. And, I'm thinking, I have to do the drawing for the gift card. I'm almost forgetting that. So I gotta write down who's on here to do my drawing for the gift card, right? But, you join Plexus for $34.95. That gets you a website so that you can order the wholesale and have the cheaper cost. I liken it to Costco because you join Costco for a certain price every year, and then you get the cheaper wholesale price all year long, and that's what Plexus does. And when you start out, you pick out a welcome pack, which is your products, and we always usually recommend the triplex, those 3 products that I talked about at the beginning. So the total price is $134.95 to join Plexus. So, but then subsequent months when you're ordering, your wholesale price is going to be for the triplex would be like $109.95. So, so it's around $100 a month, which works out to be like, less than $4 a day. And I know for myself, I used to spend $4 a day going through the drive-through, my Diet Coke in the refrigerator, and I would go to Sonic, and so I know I was spending at least that much a day. But I will tell you that for our health. There's a saying that, there's no ambassador ever that regrets paying their $34.95 because just the stories alone are great. So all right, I'm going to write down who's on. I don't know if we still have Jay or if we scared Jay off. So you seriously don't know who Jay is?
I was wondering if it was Jerry, but I don't know. I was like, my husband, Josh? No, he's not on. I don't know who it was.
My husband told him to get on today.
Did he?
Yeah.
I reminded him like twice, so.
Held hostage. So anyway, maybe that was him. I don't know.
Funny. Okay, let me see her. Okay, so I seriously want questions. No one has questions. Dina doesn't have questions. Andrea, Megan, no one has questions.
I've actually been taking it for a while, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what to ask.
So is Dina a customer or an ambassador?
The preferred customer.
He's gonna switch to ambassador tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or if she does. Sam. Oh.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi. I didn't hear what Dina said. What did you say, Dina?
I said she's making me nervous now.
Oh.
Is that her?
Are you hesitant a little bit about doing the ambassador thing, or what do you mean she's making?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, don't be.
I don't know. You have to say that.
What are your concerns?
Yeah, what are your concerns? We'll help you with that. What are your concerns about it? Because maybe.
Let me think now. There's really no big reason, so I'll just do it.
You know what? Here's the thing. It's perfectly normal to feel that way. Like when I first joined, I didn't even tell my husband. I just clicked join, and then I told him because we'd talked about it. Like we'd watched my friend and talked about it, and he said, you know what? If it makes you happy and healthy, or great, and maybe you can share it with a few people because you could get cheaper. Because he was already thinking that way because he knew we couldn't really afford it. But so I was kind of like, game on. I'm gonna share it and make it cheaper. Once I started and loved it, and but he will tell you now. He's like, I am so glad. I always tell him like, it was my idea. Remember, like I did this without asking. This was my idea. So, because he's so much healthier. I don't think I said like he's lost 50. I think I told you. Yeah. He's like a different person now. We both are, and it's just given us so much joy to be able to help other people, and so. But and the fourth day into it, I went to a Plexus meeting, a big Super Saturday meeting, and I was kind of like, yeah, what have I gotten into? Am I doing the right thing? I was a little nervous. That did not last long. Like it's been the best decision I could have made, and it will be for you too. You have great support here. You really.
Dina's lost weight. She keeps denying it, but her inches have gotten smaller because I see it.
Wow, that's awesome.
I actually maybe have had 2 or 3 headaches since I started, and that was a pretty much constant thing. My husband actually made me start because of that.
Oh.
And yeah, there's probably been just a handful of times that I've had to take Tylenol or ibuprofen since starting, so it does work. I know it.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's awesome. And it's the chromium and the pink drink that helps the headaches, and then the magnesium and the biocleanse. So there's definitely. Okay, so I've got an empty bag of Slan. I took out the 4 that was in it. I have to go to the store tomorrow. I live in Arizona, and I can pick it up there, which is awesome. But I'm putting all your names into the little bag, and I'm going to shake it up and see who wins the Amazon gift card. All right. Let's see who we're going to pull out of here. Megan.
Woohoo!
Woohoo, Megan. All right, so I'll send you a gift card. Who invited Megan? Was it Mahrian?
Lacey did it.
Oh, Lacey.
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
We lost Lacey. I don't know where she went.
uh-oh. Well, we'll get Megan's address from Lacey. and send that to Megan.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for taking this on. It was great.
You're welcome. We can do it again sometime. Totally. You know, like Dina, if you join, you're going to join, not if. When you join, if you have friends and family that you want to talk about Plexus with, you know, we're happy to help you with that. That's the great thing. If you join Plexus, you're really a part of a great community of friends. That is one of the biggest blessings of this whole thing, is the friendships that you make. And we have a Facebook team page, so we support each other and encourage each other and share each other on there. And yeah, when you start out, like, don't feel like you have to know it all. If you want to share it, you don't have to know it all. Like, you can have Mahrian or Lacey or Alex or whoever help you, Kyla, get on a chat with you and help explain things. And that way you learn what to say to people and how to ask the questions. And you don't have to have every ingredient memorized. I don't even have every ingredient memorized or understand all the science. I'm not a science geek. I'm a very blue personality. So anybody, that's the good news too. If I can do this, anybody can. The one thing I said is I've never done any network marketing before, ever. And I'm an Emerald with Plexus. I left out, I think when you're an Emerald, you get a free Lexus to drive. I'm a used minivan mom. So it's a whole new world, having a beautiful new car, a 6-figure income, and a trip to Hawaii every year. That's the other thing we get to do. But the best part really is friendships and being able to help people. Because I feel like, you know, we're all called, I don't know. I know Mahrian and a lot of us here love the Lord. And so what a blessing to be able to get paid income to help people change their lives. So I hope that you all decide to join us, because we would love to support each and every one of you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.